Well, hello, this is Kimberly Brock, and for over 20 years, I've been running my own businesses that have not only been profitable, but personally fulfilling to me. So now I'm on a mission to help other new business owners just like you make money doing what you love too. Now we're going to have some fun, so let's get started. Well, hello, this is Kimberly. It's episode 242, and I am so glad that you are here today because we're talking about movement versus progress when it comes to your business. Today's going to be a good one. Make sure you hang on through the whole thing. I know it's going to help you. If you are new here, welcome. I'm so glad you found this podcast. I have no doubt it's going to help you along your business journey, whether you're in the idea stage, whether you're starting, whether you're growing, whatever it is, you're in the right place. And I'm so happy you're here. I want you to know, first of all, that I have some fantastic resources that you can get your hands on right now. First of all, know I have a Facebook group that it's called Women Starting Businesses Doing What We Love. And you can jump in there if you have questions about your business, you just want to get plugged in with other women that are starting businesses, you've got random questions that you think are stupid and they're not stupid, but you may have them. You can post them in the group. People get feedback. I have so many great members that are so supportive, and I pop in there every now and then too. We have fun posts each week that you can comment on just to kind of keep you accountable and moving along. So make sure you click the link down below to get over to the Facebook group. You'll answer 3 quick questions, and then I'll let you in the group very soon. I also have a printable 16-step checklist if you're starting your business right now, okay? So you can sit there and go through and mark things off and make sure you're on the right track. If you are in the idea stage, I have a guide for you to help you try to figure out what idea would be best for you. If you are in the early growth stage, know that I have a private podcast. It may go away here very soon, but I have a private podcast series that you can get your ears on right away too to help you start making consistent sales. And I kind of map out my strategy for you for that. So make sure you get that. Just a handful of resources that are just available to you for free. Let me say that again, for free. I put them together for you so that you could get things moving. So make sure you check those out right now. And if you've been listening a while, thank you so much to all my loyal listeners. Y'all are amazing. You're wonderful. You're grateful. You're kind. And you just say the nicest things to me about this podcast. And I appreciate you so much. If you're listening today, first of all, know I have a link down below where you can click to send me a message. So if you have a podcast episode idea and you want to submit that, you can click it there. If you just want to say something nice. Also too, if you leave a review, that means the world to me because I know it helps Apple and Spotify and all the players bump up this podcast and show it to more people like you. So if you've been listening for a while and you value this podcast, would you leave a review super quick? All you have to do is hit 5 stars. Like it takes you 1/100th of a second to hit that 5 stars. And then if you have like 30 seconds or even a minute to write a review on how this podcast has helped you, I would love it so much. So that's it. Okay, on to the episode. Well, hello, everyone. How are you? How is everything going with your business today? I am just so happy you're here. I want to get the updates. I want to hear how you're doing, if you're making progress. Today, we're talking about a very important topic about movement, right, versus progress, because y'all, here's what I'm seeing. A lot of y'all are moving, doing some movement, but you're not really making any progress. I don't know why. I just had a flashback to like when I told my kids when they were little, like you need to be, cleaning up or doing this. And then they would look like they were busy and they weren't cleaning up a darn thing. They weren't doing anything. They were making no progress. There's a lot of examples in our life. And I want to talk about that so that you can realize that there may be ways in your business that you're not making progress. And first of all, here's how you know you're not making progress. Number one, you're not hitting goals. You're not hitting the goals that you set forth. You're like, I should already have figured this out by now, and I'm not making progress, okay? And then you would know too, because you're not making the money that you should be making, or that you just don't have things done that you should have already had done. So you know it. I don't even need to tell you. There's proof around you when you're not making progress. And it can be very frustrating. I've been in that position. I remember a couple of years ago with my business here that I'm like, okay, I'm doing one-on-one coaching. I had my best business idea workshop
by the way, if you're trying to figure out your business idea, I have a workshop you can go through with some videos and strategies for how to actually figure out a business idea that's good for you, that you'll love and will make money. Anyways, and I was like, what am I doing? And then I was like researching like memberships and programs and like, how did I want to do things? And should I start a YouTube channel or like all these things, y'all? And then I realized like after a few months, I was like, I haven't made any progress. Like, what am I doing? And eventually I put my head down and was like, let's go. Like, my head down in a good way. Like, let's go. Let's do this. I've got to actually make progress. So today I want you to think about your business. Is there something that you haven't made progress with? Like you just can't move. You don't know. Maybe you are even trying to move, but you're not progressing. So let's think about it in terms of examples in our real life, right? Let's just think about it. Was there been things in your life where you've been moving around, like I was talking about, like when I had toddlers and little kids, and you're like telling them to clean up and do stuff, and they're really not. They're just kind of shuffling things around with their hands to look busy. And they're not cleaning up. They're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, right? This happens. This happens all the time. I was even thinking about it because since I've been feeling better, many of y'all know that after COVID, I got some weird muscular issues and that my adrenal glands were affected. We've come to find out they just bottomed out and weren't producing cortisol. So I wasn't being able to do my normal physical activity. And y'all have to understand, I have worked out 6 days a week my entire life, even since high school. I was a cheerleader and on the tennis team, and I joined a gym outside of school. So I love to work out. And when I got this after COVID, I was kind of freaking out mentally because I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself if I can't work out every day. It's how I feel good. It's my own way of therapy. Right? It's my therapy. It literally is. It makes my brain happy. I'm in a good mood. It helps me with my appetite, not just sit there and eat. Like it actually curbs it. Like I'm just one of those people that's made to be working out. Now, am I some star athlete? Absolutely not. I'm not. There's so much I cannot do. I'm not good at, but I just love to like exercise, even if it's just like on the elliptical or doing whatever. But I was thinking about while I was sick, my point of this is that as I was sick, I was able to walk some. It got better for a little better where I could just walk. And then all of a sudden it started going really bad and I couldn't even hardly walk. I could sit here and work. I just couldn't expend a lot of energy. So when I started getting better, I started walking. I was like, I really need to get my arms toned again and start working on that. But I just kept walking. That was all I was ever doing. And I realized, like looking in the mirror, I was like, if you really want your arms to be toned again, you're going to have to do some arm exercises and stop just walking. If my goal is to build my arms a little bit and get them toned, then just walking is not going to do that, people. It's not. I'm just going to tell you, I'll walk 4 or 5 miles in the morning. I'll do that sometimes, right? But that's not going to build my arms. Okay. It may help me lose fat. Maybe it will reveal muscle, but it's not actually hitting my goal of getting stronger and getting my arms more toned. So I realized, okay, I'm going to have to start getting back to doing some weights and things to get my arms toned, right? So that's an example of like having a goal and doing movement where I was doing the movement, but I wasn't actually doing the things that were going to move the needle for my goal, which was arms being toned. Okay, so think about it in your life. Maybe you've had some kind of goal with your physical activity and you realize that you're just kind of dancing around it and you're not really doing what needs to be done. Now, mind you, these may not be the best examples in the world, but I am sharing them with you just to make my point, right? Even think about it with your house, okay? I've done this where we've had a maid, I've cleaned up and I'm like, yes, my house is clean, but still my house did not feel, what's the word? I don't want to say streamlined and not just clean. What is it? Minimal. Like there's too much junk. And I realized it's because I was holding on to junk. So every week we're cleaning, we're having maids every other week, we're doing things where I'm like, yes, it's clean. And then in 5 minutes it's dirty again. And I realized it's because I was dancing around it, not getting rid of stuff. And I remember during COVID, and then after that, we got our house redone last year, parts of it. And getting rid of stuff, y'all, is the most freeing thing. And it got me toward my goal of a more minimal home. Is my home minimal now? No, but it's more minimal than it was before. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? It's like when you try to minimize and reduce the stuff in your home, you feel so good after you do that first purge, right? And then a little month or two later, you're like, we actually still have way too much stuff. Anyone? Am I the only one? Please say I'm not the only one. Okay. I don't think I am. I think a lot of you know what I'm talking about. But if you are a minimalist, kudos to you, because I think that's amazing. My son is like this now. He literally hardly has anything. I'm not even kidding. Hardly has anything. He went overseas for 8 months and he had a backpack. No, he had a backpack and another bag. That was it for all those months. I don't know when he washed his clothes. I'm not going to ask. There's details we just don't need to know. Okay. We just don't need to know them. We just accept that he made it home safe, right? You'll know what I'm talking about. Okay. So anyways, think about it in your life, the clutter in your home. If your goal is to have your house more streamlined, not so junky, if you're just cleaning it, then you're not getting to your goal. You're not getting to your goal. You are going to have to purge stuff. So I hope any of you listening today that have been needing to purge some stuff and give it to Goodwill or your neighbors or family or somebody, okay? Even think about it. Here's a third example. In your relationships, I was thinking about this. You know how sometimes there's big topics you need to discuss? There's important issues, maybe serious issues, and your goal is to be closer to the person, whether it's your spouse, a child, a parent. But you realize by dancing around the issues, you never really meet your goal of getting that closeness. And we know that to become close with someone, you need to be vulnerable. You need to be talking about things at a deep level. But if you just keep going on your daily grind of just get up, go to work or work from home or take your kids to school, do this, go to games on the weekends, do this and that and this and that, you're never really attacking what needs to be attacked. And that's those difficult conversations, right? So this is just another example in your life where we dance around stuff and we're kind of moving around, but we're not making any progress, okay? Another example may be with your faith. You may be going to church. Maybe you're not going to church. Maybe you're trying to do this or that. Maybe you're trying to go to a Bible study or you're trying to watch videos online. I have no idea. But your goal has been to become closer to God. Maybe that's been your goal. And you have to realize that you dancing around deepening your faith is not helping you get closer to God. It's not helping you actually achieve that goal. There's things you need to do. There's things you need to study in your free time. You need to be taking time. You need to be more, maybe it's active in your church if you love your church, or a Bible study group or whatever. Do you know what I'm talking about? I'm just trying to give you an example in real life. Some of you can relate to this, right? For those of you that go to church or that believe in God and want to increase your faith and increase your relationship with God and feel closer to Him, right? So these are all examples, whether it be working out, whether it be with your home, whether it be with your relationships, whether it be with your faith. These are all examples of things that go on in our lives that I see with me, my family, my friends, clients, where we dance around and we're moving, but we're not really making any progress. We're not moving toward our goals. So today, I wanted you to think about your business, where you may be moving around. You're looking busy. You're like when I had toddlers. You're looking busy. When I look over, I'm like, oh yeah, she's busy. But then later I come back, I'm like, none of this happened. She didn't do what she needed to do, right? In your business. If I was around you right now, if I was with you and I was just sitting around working, I had my laptop and I just kind of said hi in the mornings, like, what are you working on? What are you trying? What's your goal? And you would tell me. And then at the end of the week, could you honestly say, I'm actually moving toward that? Or am I just busy? Am I just busy? Am I just moving around? Am I looking busy so that when Kimberly looks over at me, I look busy? Right? That's not the point of this, y'all. Your business has goals that it needs to reach. Hi, friends. I just had to jump in here really quick because so many of you have asked me what my credit card recommendations are. And I wanted to share it with you in a great promo that may help you out if you're starting your business or in the growth stage. And especially if you are strapped for cash right now or investing in things in your business, I have used Capital One for the past probably 20 years, I'm guessing, for my businesses and for my home. They have such great rewards and all that stuff. But I have to tell you about this promo that they have going on right now. And that is 15 months interest free. Are you hearing me? If you're trying to invest in things in your business right now, whether you're your website or maybe you're trying to hire someone to help you, whatever it is, y'all, 15 months interest free. Scroll down and click the link below. You also get a $200 bonus when you spend $500 in the first 90 days. Y'all, that's amazing. And they also have a no fee credit card. So you don't have to worry about like some type of annual fee. Also, they have like 3% cash back on certain things that you spend on in the month. So it's a total no brainer to have 15 months interest free. Just think about that relief of stress that you could experience right now and things that you're trying to spend on, and to know that all you have to do is make a minimum payment each month. You don't have to, like, it's barely a minimum payment. Y'all, you don't have to pay it off for 15 months. It's amazing. Anyway, scroll down in the show notes and get your hands on it, because I'm telling you, you will be so happy and have so much relief. Back to the episode. Your business has goals that it needs to reach, and you're the person that has to get your business there. You're responsible. The buck stops with you. You're the president. You're the CEO. It's all you, kid. It's all you. Okay, so think about it right now. If you're in the idea stage of your business, say you're trying to figure out your idea, okay? Are you just still dreaming, sitting around? You'll know I like to say sitting on the sidelines, just do. I'm dreaming. I want to start this business. I love it. And you're just dancing. You're just dancing. You're like, yes, this sounds so much fun. I'm so excited. I want to start a business. I know I can help people. But you're not actually making any progress. People, you have to be making progress. You have to be getting closer to your goal of that business idea. Now, caveat, I know that some of you have been struggling with your idea. I know it. I see it. I have clients that have, and only you can decide the best business idea for you. I wish I could just charge a fee and say, come to me and I will reveal your idea, and I will tell you, and you will know, and I will tell you the winning idea that will make you bazillions of dollars. But I can't do that. I'm not a genie. You have to feel good about this. It has to match who you are, your values, your personality, your gifts at this season of your life. To me, that is huge. This season of your life. It has to match. You have to actually work on this. I know you want a revelation from God. I know you want just lightning to come down and tell you this is your business idea. It's actually going to take work on your part. Okay. So you'll know I mentioned earlier, I have the free guide, the Ikigai guide, which helps you see your passions and skills and expertise and kind of just start to help getting you there. I do have a best business idea workbook and workshop that you can do. And I think it's super helpful. My clients have loved it. They've gone through it. Many have discovered their business ideas. I'll be honest with you, some people still don't, because they still keep mulling over, but they're really close and they've realized now their aptitudes and they've realized what they love. So they're hovering like a helicopter right over the landing pad. And that's what I want to get you to, because if I can get you hovering, you will get there. You will get there. Or if I can just get you hovering, many of you got there. And how awesome is that? So make sure you snag those right now. You can, again, scroll down in the show notes. You can get to my paid programs, grab those. The workbook, you can do the best business idea workbook. I think it's $7 right now, right? You can just grab that, print it out. And that's just so that you take it seriously. Okay. I'm not making a bazillion dollars off a $7 program. I'm doing it because you are investing, and that means you're actually going to do it. I do have an upgrade option where you can get the videos, so you can hear me talk you through it and watch me. And it just seems to sink in better that way for many people, to have someone explaining it all to them. So anyways, if you're in the idea stage, no longer dance around this. Okay. And actually take steps to figure out the idea. Let's make some progress here soon. Carpe diem, now is the time. Okay. If you are in the starting stage right now, And you're sitting here going, okay, I've got my business name. I actually know my business name, but it's just taken me a while. I don't know what to do about my website. And you're kind of floundering. Maybe you got a full-time job. Maybe you have kids. Maybe you're a caretaker of a parent. And you've just kind of let this whole starting phase draw out. And you're just drawing it out. You're like, I'm busy. You got all these excuses. You're just dancing around it. You're like, I got my business name. Woo. And maybe you even have Canva and you're like playing around with a logo or something. I don't know what you're doing. But a lot of you are drawing this out and you're not making any progress. You're not any closer to actually selling something. You could be selling already, even without a website, without hardly anything. You may not even need a logo, nothing. You could literally tell someone about what you want to do for them and they could say, oh my gosh, I'd love to hire you. And you could say, would you? I would love it. I am trying to get test clients right now or test customers. I'd love you to test it out. You could give them a discount. You give it to free, whatever you want to do, whatever feels right to you. And then you can get a testimonial, get feedback so that you know, and now you will have a customer under your belt. Okay. Y'all know in my Just Getting Started bootcamp as well, I walk you through the whole 5-step process for getting your business started and only focusing on what needs to be done right now instead of getting sidetracked, spending time, energy, and money on things you don't need to be doing right now at this early stage of business, because that's what happens. Everyone dances around this. They're not focusing on what's important and they're not actually making progress toward the first sale. So I have a whole system. It's a fast track to first sales. It's a 5-step method. I will help you get through it. It's in my Just Getting Started bootcamp. Y'all will love it. There's videos, there's printables, there's checklists, there's action plans. There's everything you need to get focused and make this happen. So make sure you check out my Just Getting Started bootcamp below and get your hands on that now. You can start binging it all today. Okay. We don't want to be dancing around this stage of starting, because what happens is self-doubt will start creeping in. And you all know, because most of you are women, that when we get smothered with self-doubt, when we allow it to enter our bodies and our soul, we stall. We create excuses and we don't make things happen. We shortchange ourselves. We rob everyone of what we could be offering, and we are not using our gifts that God gave us. So no more of that. If you're in the starting phase, it's time to get a sale, and I can help walk you through all of that with that Just Getting Started bootcamp. Okay. No more delaying. Okay. Thirdly, if you are in the growth stage, maybe you've just opened your business or you're about to open like in a week or a month. You're like, you've got everything. You're like, okay, I'm about to like get this thing going. Quit dancing around the fact that you actually have to grow it. So many of y'all open your business. You're so excited. You worked so hard. You did it. You celebrate. You drink some wine. You're like, I did it. Hallelujah. I opened my business, and you don't do anything after that. And you hear crickets. You hear the chirp of crickets because no one is coming. You thought the whole thing that was difficult was just getting your business open. Let me tell you something. I'm going to keep it so real with all of you right now. The hardest part of a business is growing it. It's growing it, because a lot of you do not have the luxury of having a booked out client list, or you're not selling a bazillion orders a day if you're selling products. Whatever it is, you're not booked out. Most of you are not. There are some people that are. I've seen some that already had a history of doing what they were doing. They knew a lot of people in their community. They already had ties to this. Like, it made it super easy for them to just open their business and everybody came. It is a rarity though. I'm just telling you, it's rare. There is maybe 5 to 10% of people that have this situation. The majority do not. I did not have this luxury either. I had to build this business right here. I've showed up every single week since 4.5 years ago doing this podcast. Why? Because it is my way of growing my business. It's my favorite way. I love it. I feel comfortable. I'm happy. I'm me. And I show up and people come to expect this. I have a loyal audience, a loyal following. This works for me. Does it work for everyone? No. Everyone has their own way. That's what you have to figure out. That is the challenge. That is the plight of every new business owner, is growing your business and continually bringing clients in and customers in. Okay? So you can't just sit back. I'd love to say you could just sit on the beach and orders come in. It doesn't work that way for the majority of people. Okay. There are the anomalies, but you have to do the things that will move your business forward, move the needle, make progress, and hit the goals that you have set forth for your business. Okay. If you are just over here doing busy work, playing on Canva all day, thinking about your colors, working through software and doing stuff that is actually not what you should be doing right now. You should be out getting test clients, new clients, working on ways. It doesn't even have to be ways that cost you money. It's ways that you can show up and network in the way that you feel comfortable. That's what it takes if you want to grow your business. So stop just dancing around this fact that you have a business that's open. People don't just come. You have to show up. They have to know about you. They have to hear about you all the time. It's not just one time because people get scared. My clients will be like, well, I'm scared. I just posted about that, or I just sent an email about that, or I just told someone about that. Sister and brother out there, you have to tell people a bazillion times. They cannot hear it enough. They cannot see you enough. They miss everything. Everybody's got a short attention span. Nobody's paying attention. Everyone is got 1,000 gazillion things on their mind. Put it out there as many times as you need to, but we need to figure out a way that's actually comfortable for you so that you can show up, so that you can be you, your authentic self, right? And promote this business. So how are you going to do that? Well, in Grow Getters, I have a whole system for you. I call it my MOVE method. I teach it. It's a system that works so well. It's worked for me. It's worked for my clients. If you really follow it, it will take you through the core of what you need to be doing so you can start showing up authentically and growing your business. Okay, that is in Grow Getters. You can go to grow-getters.com. If it's not open right now, if I'm not accepting new members at the moment, get on the wait list because hint, hint, I do offer backdoor entry, meaning that I will open it up special times for those of you on the wait list. Okay, so otherwise publicly, it may not open, but a couple times a year. But if you're on the wait list, I'll notify you the next time it's open and you could jump in before the pricing possibly goes up the next round. So there is a way to focus and grow your business. And my point is, I don't want you dancing around your business, doing busy work that isn't actually growing your sales. Okay. We've got to be growing your sales. You've got to be making money. Okay. So today, I hope I've left you with this, that there is no more just piddling around like a toddler, looking like the toddler's busy, putting away the toys. This is your time to make progress, to do the things you need to do to hit your goals with your business. Okay. You have to do it. Whatever your goals are. Maybe your goal is to get your website up. Maybe your goal is to start showing up more. Maybe your goal is sales. Maybe your goal is email marketing, whatever it is. I've got something for you to help you so you don't have to go about it alone, but know that it's going to take focus and intentional effort on your part. I'm so happy for you. And I'm inviting you today. If you've been thinking about Grow Getters, come join us. We have a fantastic group of women who are all growing their businesses. Everyone's business is different. Everyone's growing it in their own way that feels comfortable to them, that aligns with them at this season of their life. And it's awesome, awesome, awesome to watch. They're changing lives. They are out there promoting their products and services so they can help people. And I want that for you too. So that is it. Y'all have a great day. Again, you can go to grow-getters.com, and then all my other information is at KimberlyBrock.com. Until next time, bye now.
Now, this episode may be over, but our relationship does not have to end here. Head on over to KimberlyBrock.com, and yes, you can get more valuable information for your journey. And you know what? You don't need to go through this alone. I would love to help you. Thank you so much, and have a great day. Bye.
Well, hello, friends. Real quick before we kick off the episode, I have to let you know about something exciting. I am seriously considering having an upgraded version of this podcast where you get bonus episodes and exclusive content. But here's the deal. I'm trying to decide what that content and those episodes should be. I do have some ideas, and I was wondering if you could vote really quick and tell me what you think about what would entice you, what would be interesting to you to get as bonus episodes on this podcast. For example, deeper dives into topics. Maybe I'm answering questions that many of you ask about starting or growing a business. Maybe even overhearing coaching calls, something like this. It would be a paid upgraded version of this podcast, not very expensive at all, probably just a handful of dollars a month, but it be extra content for you to help you along your journey. My whole goal is to help you build your business dream. And I would love to offer you even more because some of you are asking for it. So if you could just look down in the show notes right now, there's 2 ways you can give me your answers. Number 1, I have a Google form with 5 quick questions. It can be anonymous. You just answer them and vote on what would be interesting to you. Or number 2, I have a voice memo system. You can just click it and you could just leave a voice memo with your phone right now and just record it and tell me what kind of topics, what things would be interesting to you behind the scenes, market news, what would be things that would be extra that would be really valuable to you. So thank you all so much. Okay, on to the episode.